It's a skill more and more women are demanding to learn how to defend themselves. That's why more than 50 Coquitlam women gave up part of their weekend to learn from police and martial arts experts. And as videographer Al Coen found out, it was well worth it.
Down, use your body. Down, now make your arm go up and around. One, all the way around, turn and run!
It may look like fun, but there is a very serious message behind what these Coquitlam women are learning this weekend. The skills they are being taught by members of the RCMP and local martial arts clubs may someday end up saving their lives.
Self-defense is nice if you know what to do and if you keep practicing and you feel confident about the skills that have been given to you.
Constable Marty Blaze helped coordinate this weekend's workshop. In a recent survey, local residents had indicated they wanted some way to learn new skills in crime fighting and personal protection.
We constructed and designed a course aimed specifically at women, how to protect themselves on the street, how to recognize the signs of dangers, what to do when confronted by an individual, and hopefully give them some street-proofing skill and life skill that might help them dealing with possible offenders.
For real estate agent Gloria Defoe, today is an excellent chance to learn self-defense skills for use off and on the job.
There has been some situations in the past with attackers on realtors, and I think self-defense for your kids, your grandkids, it's really important. I just wanted some really good knowledge on it.
Are you learning important things today?
Yes, actually I've learned quite a few things that I wasn't really aware of, and it's quite interesting. It's a very good program.
Yes, good. Take that big step away. Down and around.
Irene C. decided to take the course because of some recent high-profile attacks on Lower Mainland women.
I feel it's not so safe, so I think I would learn some techniques to protect myself.
Although the instructors stress that actual martial arts skills take a very long time to develop, these women can at least take away more confidence and a better ability to assess dangerous situations. At Como Lake School in Coquitlam, Allan Coen, Vancouver Television.
Well, there's always lots of advice on what toys to buy for kids at Christmas time. But to help sort out what's hot and what's not this year, videographer Allan Coen takes us to the experts.
It's that special time of year again when adults must choose those perfect gifts for the youngest members of their shopping lists. What to do, what to buy. You don't need to see another catalog, you need help. You need Courtney and Brent. That's Courtney, she's 9. That's Brent, he's 7. And they're off to clear the way through the Christmas toy shopping fog for the less informed adult buyer and surrogate Santa.
This is a Barbie phone, not a real phone. It doesn't cost money, actually, which is very different.
It doesn't cost money?
Well, it is to buy, but it doesn't cost money for calls.
It's free to phone Barbie as much as you want.
Yeah. You can do it 60 times a day.
Now, if you don't want to phone Barbie, Brent recommends Laser Challenge.
You have like this thing that you wear around your neck,
Yeah.
and if you get tagged with it, you have to it stays, it like goes red, it beeps. Tigger right here would be probably my 4th thing under the tree.
What the heck is that?
It's a thing that you put on your arm, and you punch people.
You wouldn't punch your sister, would you?
No.
Hey, it's the holiday season, no fighting. But all this shopping can create quite an appetite.
I'm making you a salad. Okay.
You hungry, Brent?
Beep, 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 beep.
Is Barney still hot? Why do you like Barney? He's a big purple dinosaur.
I don't like it. Me either.
Well, Barney, the party's over. But what's #1 on the list?
This toy is a talking nano.
What do they do?
Well, you have to take care of them, and they grow up, and that's a Tamagotchi.
But even after an exhaustive search of the store, we couldn't find the one thing that Brent really wanted.
I want tear-off pants.
Sorry, Brent, no tear-off pants at this toy store.
Bye, Merry Christmas. Bye, Merry Christmas.
But thanks just the same, Courtney and Brent, for all your help. From Toys R Us on Broadway, Allan Coen, Vancouver Television.
It's the team everyone is hoping will make a comeback, and the guy to do it, Mike Keenan. Today was the Vancouver Canucks' first home game with new coach Keenan on the bench, and here's what you had to say about it.
For long-suffering Canuck fans, there was a definite air of optimism as they headed into today's game with Carolina. There was one name on their minds, and it wasn't Messier or Bury.
Mike Keenan.
Mike Keenan.
Mike Keenan.
What's his name? Mike Keenan? Yeah, we want to see Mike Keenan.
See how well he does after the tie the other day.
That's right. It was the Canucks' new coach that seemed to rekindle some hope in saving this so far dismal season.
I think he's a great coach behind the bench because he's got a lot of authority, and that's what they've been needing, is somebody with a little authority.
He's a winner, and I'm looking forward to seeing him coach this year.
The work ethic, the discipline, and the fact that he doesn't, take things for granted, it's going to stir the fires in these guys, I think.
And stir the fires it did. Today's game had more ups than the usual downs, and when it was over, the fans liked what they saw.
It's about time they start winning a game, man. It's like, it's a good coach, makes the players work hard. It's just good for the team, I think. It's good for Vancouver. And hopefully they can get out of their rut and get back to 500.
It's about time we get a coach like him. We got too many nice coaches around here that always come to Vancouver here, and they always get puppied around. So it's about time we get a good coach. He does his job.
We've got the faith. That's what you guys asked us to give them, and we're going to give them back the faith.
From GM Place, Allan Coen, Vancouver Television.
Well, to really enjoy the All-Star Game, and I mean really, really enjoy the All-Star Game, it can cost big bucks. Reporter Al Coen breaks it down for us. Of course, there is also the fun factor.
The last time Guy Lapointe or Bobby Orr patrolled the blue lines, a good seat at an NHL game cost around $14. This weekend, that same $14 gets you into the pinnacle NHL fantasy display at the Pacific Coliseum. Hockey is as popular as ever, but as far as most fans are concerned, following their favorite team has become one expensive hobby.
It's a very expensive sport to like. Unfortunately for me, I can't take my son to any games anymore right now with my salary.
Well, it's taken the fun out of hockey because parents can't afford the game anymore. For these young guys, it's just costing us parents a lot of money.
And it's not just admission to the games. It's the banners, the hats, jerseys, and pucks that can soon add up to a very big credit card bill.
It costs a fortune. You spend so much money trying to do it, and you want everything, but you can't have everything. It just costs way too much.
How much do you think you'd spend in a year?
Oh, probably $1,000 on NHL stuff easily.
So as the money rolls into the NHL coffers, the league can be thankful that for many fans, hockey is such a passion, the price tag is not the most important factor.
It's still worth it. It's the greatest sport in the world.
Well, I think it's not necessarily a hobby. I mean, it's a history. It's Canadian history, and hockey is a very important part of it.
It's starting to become a sport for the rich, but everybody still enjoys it. And I think that's what's neat about the fantasy, that you can come down and get a little piece of it, and not have to pay the high salaries to come and see it. Whereas you go to the Canuck game for $75, and here you get to meet them, you have contact with them, you get to do a little bit of everything. So that's what makes this whole thing so neat.
At the pinnacle NHL fantasy, Allan Coen, Vancouver Television.
And now back to All-Star news. You just can't get away from it this weekend, and hey, it's great. But not everyone is dreaming of a job on the ice. As Allan Coen found out, there are a whole lot of people who would like to be stars of a different kind.
He makes the deke, he shoots, he scores! It's over! It's over!
So do you think you have the right stuff?
This is after trips up as the what's his name? That's Vernon.
It looks so easy on TV.
Where should I say, live from GM Play or BC?
No, live from Moscow.
But when it's you behind the mic,
rebound, Adams scores! Greg Adams!
And the pressure's on.
You introduce where we are, right?
What comes out of these budding play-by-play analysts is not always poetry.
Ends the series for the Calgary Flames.
Enough clowning around. The whole concept was developed by California native Fred Greene.
I think mostly people like to do it because they realize they're not going to be athletes when they grow up. So they think, hey, then I can be an announcer.
That's it off. Shoots it. Oh, nice save. Nothing. Oh, he scores! Oh my God, Greg Adams with the goal.
But never fear those of you already employed in the play-by-play fraternity. Your jobs are probably quite safe.
Eddie scores!
At least for the time being.
Scores! Oh, that shows me that communism doesn't work. Communism doesn't work. Oh my God.
Allan Coen,
That's beautiful.
Vancouver Television.
Emergency crews stage mock disasters regularly around the Vancouver area. Well, today in New Westminster, the scenario was a major plane crash at Vancouver Airport. But the skills that were tested were a little out of the ordinary. Allan Coen has the details.
It's not the most pleasant topic, nor the most visually pleasing, but the examination of human remains through dental records is vital in identifying victims of mass disasters. Today, the gymnasium of BC's Justice Institute was turned into a mock forensic lab for these aspiring dental detectives to hone their skills in deciphering clues to a deceased person's identity.
When you have a fire and high G-force mishaps, you have considerable damage to the people that were involved, and dental is one prime means when there's been a disaster and a significant fire of making identifications.
That's because the teeth are one of the most durable parts of the human body, and in many cases may be the only clue for proper identification and, most important, the notification of next of kin.
And I think that it's important for people to remember that we have an identity when we're alive, and through our societal concerns for human dignity and other issues such as insurance and religious issues, it's important to have an identity when we're deceased.
In the event of a major emergency, these dental investigators will be better trained to handle a very difficult but necessary task. In New Westminster, Allan Coen, Vancouver Television.
The year officially starts Tuesday for Vancouver's Asian communities, but festivities are already in full swing. More and more people who aren't of Chinese descent are taking part in the celebrations. So what do you do if you're invited to a Chinese New Year event and have never been to one before? VTV's Allan Coen has this handy guide.
When dropping by someone's house for a Chinese New Year's dinner, it's considered polite to bring a present. This leaves one wondering, could it be a wind-up bird, a musical picture frame, a cellular phone, too expensive, or even a wonder chamois? Peggy Lee has been making these beautiful handmade ornaments for over 18 years and offers this advice.
This one, the words, the Chinese character is good luck. Okay, so anything of the, no matter your business, your health, your school study, right? You like good luck.
And you don't want to offend your hosts with the type of gift you purchase either.
Something you bring in is broken, okay? Then you have to say that words. 岁岁平安, that's mean, don't worry about this broken, still safe and peaceful.
Peggy also recommends flowers for good fortune, oranges symbolize prosperity, and fish mean abundance. Any type of sweet item, such as candies or cookies, are always a hit with the kids, but no New Year's celebration would be complete without one important dish. Would this be a good gift here?
Yeah, of course. This is a traditional rice cake, and people usually do fry and eat at home. It's a great gift.
But if you're still stuck and can't find rice cakes anywhere, there is one gift that is happily received no matter what your cultural background: money.
Just to be on the safe side is a Lycée package. It's traditionally a red envelope that's you put a gift of money in, and usually a symbolic number like $8 or $88, and it's meant to bring good fortune to those that you give it to.
At the Plaza of Nations, Allan Coen, Vancouver Television.